these interns that I've had are just amazing. They have that work ethic of the Valley, and they're inquisitive and they want to learn. And if they don't know it, they'll say, "I'll be back," and I'll know the answer.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
The following is an excerpt from the Brain Gain Youngstown Leadership Series. The new podcast features conversations with local leaders who are focused on building a culture of entrepreneurship and promoting workforce development.
Here you are sitting in New Mexico at a globally world-renowned national laboratory, and there's no better place to do what you're doing in 3D printing than Youngstown. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to believe, but yeah, the way the world works, you can live anywhere these days. And I have an intern I've had a couple interns from YSU. They're fantastic. I think the entrepreneurship is present there, and maybe wasn't so present way back in the 80s when I was there. It was more rigid technical work, equations, solving. And I think these interns that I've had are just amazing. They have that work ethic of the Valley, and they're inquisitive and they want to learn. And if they don't know it, they'll say, "I'll be back," and I'll know the answer. It's fantastic what YSU is turning out now.
No, that's really good to hear. And I think you're right. This notion of the entrepreneurial culture has always been strong, right? Our market is comprised of lots of small private companies. You just do it because you have to, but then the entrepreneurial ecosystem around us, the hustle culture, right? It's something that's kind of game, but I think it's almost like in our DNA here in this region, and that you connect the passion and the desire and the grit to the technical expertise, and it's just a winning combination.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So I guess, do you, from, sitting from your perspective and knowing that you have a lot of connections into the community, are there any things you see, you observe, because you have a great perspective, from where you're sitting and the things you're trying to implement? Are there any gaps you see, or any challenges you wish us to overcome that would even accelerate us faster?
Well, I guess the challenge, and I'm speaking from a materials development standpoint and R&D, right? The next big thing is big data, and pulling big data and predictive analytics into development to shorten those lead times of getting to new materials, which would shorten the lead time to getting new parts, and reducing the risk from taking an idea to full production and getting through that valley of death that occurs between, once you have the idea and you put it together with duct tape and bubble gum, right? And you prove that it can work, it's a big risk to move that to full production, right? You can get that first part out and pay thousands of dollars for it to get a working prototype. But to manufacture and productionize these ideas, there's a lot of risk. So predictive analytics can do a lot in reducing the risk across that valley of death that a lot of good ideas that should come to fruition die.
The interview you just watched is an excerpt from the Brain Gain Youngstown Leadership Series. The new podcast features conversations with local leaders who are focused on building a culture of entrepreneurship and promoting workforce development. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications. And also make sure to connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. For all of your business news, visit BusinessJournalDaily.com. For all of your arts and entertainment news, go to AfterHoursYoungstown.com.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
I like a bank that's a pillar in my community.
I like a bank so cutting edge, they have a lab branch.
We are so alike.
Well, we do both bank at Farmers National Bank.
Farmers.
Stand strong.